that I left in 99. It was 98. PERS, because the stock market had gone like this, the revenue was going like this, they were so super funded, they had so much money in the PERS accounts because of their investments, they came to local government, to cities and counties, and said, you can offer these benefits, you can give all of these benefits, the public safety benefits, it's no problem. You're not going to have to pay a dime more. I mean, I remember the person telling us, you will not have to pay 1 penny more in retirement funds because the revenue was so strong. And so many people bought into that, and the state did. And the state government, a bill last year that I voted for, rescinded all of the, because a bill passed in 99 in the state legislature, increasing benefits. We rescinded that bill last year because that was what happened. They told us that, and then as soon as revenues dropped, then the PERS required all of the local agencies to then come up with more money because they had to now fund all of those things that they didn't. So you're absolutely right, that's the problem. But the reason, sadly enough, pensions have become kind of the scapegoat. It's looked at as and as I say, in average it's not a problem. There are outliers that need to be addressed, and that has to be taken care of. But all in all, I think it's an attempt to try and blame and belittle and put some more responsibility on state workers who are not overpaid. I'll tell you, they are not overpaid as we see it. Go ahead. You didn't have it. Yes.
Your passion and your intelligence, I think, are one of the prime arguments against term limits.
Amen. Bravo.
You put term limits in the same untouchable category as Prop 13 and school unequal school funding.
And I failed to mention early on that's part of the perfect storm problem is term limits in Sacramento. That is another area where you have absolutely no ability to look at the Prop 13 problem. You have no ability to look at the inequity in education problem because 6 years is not enough time to do much of anything, and that's the problem. So what you depend on as staff is extremely, committee consultants are driving the agenda, and members of the third house or the lobbyists are very powerful, very, they're just pushing it. But there is an effort on the ballot, actually in 2012, and it may be this June, to change term limits, and it will not affect me. It can't, voters will not vote for somebody that's currently in office to extend their term because it looks self-serving. And we didn't place this on the ballot, but it will allow for, right now it's 6 years in the Assembly, 8 years in the Senate, maximum 14 years. This bill will actually, when you read it, it will say we are reducing the number of years that legislators can stay in office from 14 to 12. It will allow 12 years total in either house. So you can stay 12 years in the Assembly, which is plenty of time to get something done on some of those important, crucial issues that are being neglected now because everyone's looking to run for that next office. Go ahead, sorry.
Well, I was just concerned about his question. And I think one of the reasons you're concerned about the pensions is it's a diversion. And it's a political thing, and I guess they're concerned because the pension funds are the only source now to fight some of these big corporate, this big corporate money, and that's going into elections and things. And they've been able to destroy the private industry in this pretty well. And now this is their only last place to fight, and they're destroyed. And then we're in trouble.
That's true. Thank you for that.
Right.
Marianne,
I'm just going to underscore what you said because many people have come to us about why don't you just cut this pension or cut that pension. In truth, it was all of the additional benefits that got added to things that is why we've gone systematically through renegotiating all of our contracts. And the employees, to their credit right now, have given back a lot in Pacifica. So I'm really grateful to all of our contracts.
Yeah,
And we've got 3 more to go, but we've made
No,
some really big strides.
It's admirable that you're doing that. I mean, in the state, as I mentioned, we rolled back that. My office, my assembly office, in 2009, I cut the budget by 13%, then the next year cut the whole thing by 17%. I cut my salary by 20%, and also you look at, and the assembly total was 25 million we cut, but state employees have also been getting the same type of, the furlough days and the issues there as well. And I'm amazed, there are some high-paid employees, but most of them, I'm amazed. Frankly, local government pays a lot more and a lot better than state government does. And I'm not talking about for elected officials, I'm talking about for staff people. But elected people too, he makes a heck of a lot more than I do. Actually, he doesn't, he's not taking a salary.
I'm not taking it.
You're not taking a salary, that's true. Don's not taking a salary. Mike, you have a question?
I just wanted to ask you about Caltrain, because I knew you were going to mention it, okay, but I know that's 3 county agencies, Santa Clara, San Mateo, and San Francisco. But at least I know that like a couple years ago, San Francisco has never paid into it. But San Mateo owes a lot of money to the Joint Powers Agreement. Have they ever brought themselves current? And then if they haven't, why are they given equal footing at the table to make decisions to cut 16 stations in San Mateo and Santa Clara who are paying the freight when they get all the benefits of the workers going up there, the Giants games, etc. Okay? And then 2, Prop 13, I think should just be amended by everybody gets one house in their over their head that keeps 13 investment properties, business properties are all reassessed.
Yeah, that would be good. The Caltrain issue, the money that has not been repaid to San Mateo County, we fronted the money in 1991 for the purchase of Caltrain from the state. And I think we paid, there's $100 million that we paid, something like that. And San Mateo County's share was 50-some, I think there's 20-some from Santa Clara and 13 from San Francisco. And neither county has paid any of that back to Samtrans for that initial investment. They have been paying their share, the equal share, and it's not on an equal third. It's based on ridership from those counties are going to, there's a certain formula that you to determine that. They have been paying that. The difference is, until they pay the money, San Mateo County will be able to manage the system. And that's part of the agreement. Which is a good thing, because then we can control it. I really don't have much faith that San Francisco could manage it in a way that we're VTA in the South. So we've been able to do that. It is a serious problem. It's because there's no funding. Caltrain is kind of like the stepchild for all 3 agencies. That's not what they were designed for. Muni's got Muni, and they're funding this on the side. Samtrans has bus service and paratransit. This is funded on the side, and VTA has their buses as well as their metro